Hey everyone, welcome back and happy, Tuesday. All right, guys. Well, tonight you guys know that we have The Valley, which I'm excited about because, I am and I'm not. I'm just hoping that they're going to have a better episode than last week. Literally just talked about this in a whole video that I did. So, yeah, go check that out. But in the meantime, yeah, I just hope it gets better. But the good thing is we can always rely on our Real Housewives of New York City, former, all of them, to just be absolute shit shows. And that's exactly what we're dealing with. So before we jump in, if you guys haven't, go ahead, pop off in the comment section. If you're not subscribed, get subscribed. Don't forget to hit that notification bell, and let's jump right in. I feel like we should probably get this one out of the way because people are freaking out. Apparently, there are these reports that Brynn Whitfield was seen making out with Outlander actor. His name is Sam, and this was at the Broadwick Soho Hotel in London. And somebody came forward, and this is what they put, which you guys know, a rumor is a rumor. However, she is gorgeous, and this could be true, but it was sent to Dumois saying RHONY is dating a hot Scot. They met while she was in London. Now she is on her way again. We heard. I work at the Broadwick Soho Hotel. Sam Heughan, however you say his name, stayed here and tonight walked into flute with Bryn from RHONY. They sat at the middle of the table and they made out in front of the restaurant. Gave zero that everyone was watching. Cheers. Yeah, actually, then I believe that. Doesn't mean that they're necessarily dating, though. Maybe it was a fling. However, it's not the first time that a housewife is romantically linked to a celebrity. They're also sort of celebrities in their own right. One has this big talent and is an actor. The other one, it's not really a talent to be a reality TV star, in my opinion. But they're vulnerable. They put their lives out there. People like to watch them. So there is a fandom, clearly, fandom to it. That's why we cover it. And yeah, but she did end up going back to London. Clearly, we know right now she's not working on RHONY. And this is what she posted. Point of view, London work trips are better when your bestie sleeps over and the tea is hot. Yeah. Yep. Bedtime confessions. Okay. Well, like I said, good for her. You're out here playing it, playing the field and doing what you got to do, Brynn Whitfield. You should. It's your life. You're single. She could do whatever she wants. So I'm all for it. Maybe she will bag herself this hunk over here, and maybe it'll last. That's all I got for her. Anyways, moving on over to Bethenny Frankel. I did want to talk about this one as well. It's interesting because everybody feels like they have to have an opinion on her and her daughter moving to Florida, which to me, in my opinion, I'm kind of I wouldn't feel like I would have to explain any of that to you at all. But she did reveal that she moved from Connecticut. It was expedited after there was an incident involving her daughter, Bryn. And she never really elaborated on what that incident was. But she did admit to, feeling lonely and unhappy in her Connecticut home. And she said that she was often alone, and the move to Florida represents a fresh start for her and Bryn. But the Connecticut home was this big mansion. I think that's probably why she really downsized into this condo lifestyle. I think the condo is only 2,000 square feet, which I know that's still a lot of house. But when you compare it to a 10,000 square foot mansion, it's not the same. It doesn't hold the same weight, if that makes sense. But this is what she said. I'm going to share it. You guys, here we go.
I saw some people speculating on why I'm moving, and I'm going to tell you in a brief story exactly why I'm moving. So my daughter had to come last night versus the day before when I was coming to take care of some things, and she has testing here and volleyball placement. and she was taking this private plane, this shared private plane, and everything got delayed and everything got canceled, and it was pouring, and I was sort of freaking out because it wasn't something I had put into the equation. And someone that works with me was with her at the airport, and she really wanted to get here because she's very dedicated and she wanted to like take the test. And she just is very, when she decides she wants to do something, she's very resolved. And I was like, I don't like this. Just come today, not last night. So my closest friend from high school, maid of honor Zilla, lives right near where the testing is and closer to the airport, because it's a long story, but I'm not near there right now. And she had to go do the testing very early this morning. And so my friend said, now I have a driver that I trust and use, and I also have an assistant here. And my friend was like, no, I'm going to get her. And I'm like, absolutely not. And we were like fully fighting. And she's like, no, I'm going to get her. She's our princess and I'm going to get her. And so I'm going to cry, at 3 o'clock in the morning, maid of honor Zilla went to go pick up my child and take her to her testing this morning. And that is a community. Like, and she said, I know you're not 100% sure about moving to Florida, but you have a community here. And I have never really had that. I don't have that in New York. I just don't. It's just what it is. I have friends, I have people, but I don't have that type of like where I have family members and my daughter has family members. And that is why we are moving to Florida. There was a catalyst and something that did happen that really made this decision expedite, but that is why. And my daughter wants to feel that as well, to say the least. She wants to feel like she has her own family and consistency and holiday dinners and things like that. And that we have here. So I saw some people.
You know what? Honestly, I agree. Like, Jason and I have been on our own without family around for so long. And then, like now I have my mom and also my mother-in-law. They're like 20 minutes from me. And it really is nice. Like, it takes a village, I'm sure, to raise a kid and also to have that community and that support, which is amazing that she has that. Bethenny has that now with Florida. Personally, like here, and I know it's not the same thing, guys. But they are our babies. They're our fur babies. But we have our little fur babies here, our dogs and our naked cats. And Jason and I are always traveling. We're always leaving. We're doing something. And it's really a pain in the ass. Like, I have never, ever, ever, not like, I'm not judging anybody. One, it would be expensive as hell to put like 5 animals into boarding, but I've never done it. Normally, like, we would fly our moms in or a friend in or something to come and stay and watch the animals while we would leave. But now that they're here, it's like we get so much help from them. And it is a community. Like Easter, I'm not alone. Christmas, I'm not alone. Like Jason and I, we have somebody. And that really, there is something really, really special about that. But on top of that, too, I did want to talk about the Sonja Morgan shit. This is getting absolutely freaking ridiculous at this point. This woman is like going off the charts, and this came out. I don't know if you guys saw this, but hold on, I'm going to show you. Oh, here it is. This came out, Bravo Snark Side, Crazy Days and Nights, Saturday, May 17, 2025, blind item number 5. This former housewife is estranged from her offspring because the housewife wants the offspring's money. Everybody is speculating that it would be Sonja Morgan. I don't know what the hell Sonja Morgan is going through right now. Clearly, she is going through a lot. Every time we see Sonja Morgan, she is like freaking the out and just like snapping, and she's trying to justify herself for her manic, crazy behavior. Like, this is real life, honey. This is not, nobody is paying for this. You're not filming a TV show. I understand that after so long of like falling into bushes and shitting on floors and acting like an asshole because it's great for cameras and it gives moments. Yes, I get that. And Sonja was a fantastic housewife. I love Sonja on The Real Housewives in New York. But it's like, you can't just go out and live like the rest of your life, like behave like that. And, it happened at Tucci's restaurant where she was like, I'm a celebrity, apparently. And the owner of Tucci's restaurant, he was the one who went on Jeff Lewis live and decided to share the story. It came from his mouth, even though he wasn't there that night. I think it was Mother's Day or something like that. I don't know. But she didn't want to pay her bill. She didn't want to, like give a tip or anything like that because she felt like she was invited there and she was going to be taken care of in order to promote the restaurant. He's like, we have bigger celebrities. I don't need your ass to promote my restaurant. Bada bing, bada boom. So then clearly this is embarrassing for her. She ends up paying the bill and now everybody's talking about it. Well, then a week later, not even, this whole thing happens at the Breakers Hotel where she's like, I'm being set up. I'm being set up. This is a setup. And it's like, you're not being set up, girl. Nobody gives a shit that much to set you up. Like, nobody is setting you up. And nobody is for damn sure not setting you up from Florida all the way down to New York. There was an elderly woman that she felt like needed cared for and blah, blah, blah. But there's also a way to communicate that. You were manic. You were wild. You were doing the most. You were flailing your arms around. And you're feeling like you were being set up. Like, stop acting like a drunk fool. Stop getting kicked out of places and start acting like a human being. And also start treating people also like they are, like wait staff and hospitality. And, like my mom is in hospitality. I was in hospitality. Treat people with a little freaking respect and stop being so damn entitled. And you will also be treated, I'm sure, with respect. That's kind of how it works. I don't know. I want to hear what you guys think. Guys, pop off in the comment section, please. Don't forget to hit that notification bell. Definitely let me know what you think about this. And don't forget tonight, guys, The Valley is coming on. So fingers crossed that it's a better episode than last week because last week sucked. And Sonja, get your shit together. Just don't shit on the floor. Love you. Bye.